I'm Jamie and welcome back. Today we're checking out the Phil Jones Bass Cub Pro, also known as the BG-120. It's got a 5-band EQ, 2 of the most adorable 5-inch speakers. It'll do 120 watts at 8 ohms and much more. But if you've seen any of my videos, you know there's actually only one thing that I really care about, and that is, well, what's it sound like? I mean, it sounds pretty good. It's definitely a bit thinner than I'd like it to be. It's got that Warwick top end, but that's okay because the Bass Cub Pro's got a 5-band EQ, which I'm going to use to mellow out the top end a little bit and then add a little bit more body and some bite using the 2 low and the mid bands. So let's just see what that sounds like. I mean, that definitely sounds thicker to me, and I love the 2 bass knobs that you get with this amp because you can really dial in a full controllable low end that's not gonna be overly boomy, which is a really cool feature. So let's do this. I'm gonna add just a little bit of compression to the signal just to fill it out, tame the dynamics a little bit. We'll pull in the rest of the track and let's see what it sounds like. All right, next, I want to hear some progressive death metal in drop A tuning. As you can tell, this bass is definitely being played with quite a bit of distortion, and that's okay. It's very appropriate for the genre. And all I'm doing is I'm using the Bass Cub Pro to just boost the shit out of the low end. We're gonna scoop out some of the mud in the mid-range frequencies, and then I'm just gonna boost the top end and the upper mids just to get some bite and attack to cut through the mix. And speaking of which, let's pull in the rest of the band and see if this amp is brutal enough to keep up. And last, let's just play some Latin 2-hand tapping over a very popular jazz standard. All right, now one of the things I want to do here is even out the dullness of this bass, because there's a low-mid murkiness and kind of a blunt top end that this instrument has that I won't say sounds bad, but it definitely doesn't lend itself to this style of playing. So we're going to use the BG-120 to just carve out some of that mud and add a little bit of clarity. And also, I'm going to throw in some compression using the Sonic Cake boom avenue. This is something that we'll do quite often when we're finger tapping just to level out the dynamics and add a bit of fullness. I'd definitely call that a pretty massive improvement, but before we make any decisions, let's pull in the rest of the track and see if we made it better or worse. Anyways, that's what the BG-120 or the Bass Cub Pro sounds like from Phil Jones Bass. And if you like what you hear, you want to get one for yourself, please just click on those links in the description. Yes, I get a very small commission out of it, so thank you in advance for helping to support the channel. Right! So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and turn on those notifications as well. And please go buy some merch or come support me on Patreon. You can check out my deep dive videos where I share my professional opinions, my processing techniques, and much more for not just this amp, but all of the gear that I review here on the channel. So thank you so much. Stay well, and we'll see you next time.